what made you really say, look, I'm going to help people by posting and sharing things off social media?
Well, surprisingly for me, it was an accident. I think at the time I was going through a transition in my life. So getting to social media to help people was more therapeutic. I was doing it for me. The reverse psychology was that if I look into other people's problems, it will make my problems smaller. So in the end, it grew from one person following the page to 1,000, 5,000, to 1,000, to 10,000. Now we have over 300,000 people that follow the page, and the award, of course, from Diamond TV. Yeah, I never saw this coming.
You never saw it coming.
No.
How does it feel to know that you have 3,000 people out there that trust the post that you're going to put up on social media?
It puts a lot of pressure on me because what has happened now is that because of that, the responsibility on our shoulders is much bigger. It means that we now have to be very careful what we put out. We realized that quite early. When we reached about 50,000 followers, we realized this is very serious. So from then on, we really counter check what we put out, because we know that people really rely on our source as an authentic source of medical information. But of course, we try to water it down. If you notice our page, our language is not very technical. We try as much as possible to make the language very easy for people to understand, and we throw in a bit of entertainment as well.
I think that's what has made it also quite a success, is that element of watering it down, because medicine has a lot of technical terms that a lot of us just don't understand, right? But it's great that you are doing it that way. But also, I'd like to know, when it comes to your posts, do you plan them to say maybe this one is going to get us some likes, or are you just posting just to share and have people up to date?
Most of the posts that we put out, we put them out to literally share information. But when we see that there's an angle to it, or there's a twist to it, that maybe medical information with humor to it, we try to do those as well, where we are trying to educate, we're trying to push a point, but we want you to laugh while you're at it as well, because medical information can be boring sometimes, if not most of the time, especially people who are not familiar with the field. It can be very boring. So to try and water it down and to make it a bit more palatable, sometimes we throw in a bit of humor. Let me take advantage of this opportunity and say this. The vaccine does not prevent you from catching the disease, and I think that needs to be made very clear. Just because you are vaccinated, it does not mean that you cannot catch the disease and even fall sick. Now, the biggest question is then, what is the vaccine for? The vaccine is for two things, and the effectiveness works not because you are at individual level. The effectiveness of this works when you get a critical mass of the population vaccinated. That's when you see the real benefit. And the real benefit is in number one, preventing hospitalization. Number two, preventing death, and along with it, severe disease. Those are the two critical advantages of the vaccine. Beyond that, there's no other advantage. So don't go and get the vaccine and expect that you will not get infected. You will get infected. That is why people are telling us that even if you're vaccinated, it's important to continue wearing your mask, do social distancing, avoiding crowds, and all those things. So it's quite critical that we do that.